Hey, this is showing Gemini doing speech to image translation, and my gosh, it got it very, very good. This probably will be the one I'm going to use. But I'm going to show you, just do a short video here showing you a progression. I'm going to save that. Okay, let's go to Mid Journey. I was trying to do drawn in the classic style vintage children's story. A cat, a hen, and a little baby gray ugly swan with messy feathers and a charming cottage. And this is, you know, stuff. It still gets a lot wrong. Like if okay, there's a cat. If this were a hen and this were a small gray ugly swan with gray feathers, it'd be perfect, but it's just ridiculous. You can see it gets a lot wrong. Uh, there's one that's the closest. This is the one. I almost used it. That looks like a little ugly gray bird, and there's a hen, and there's a cat, and they're kind of looking at it, making fun of it. That's good. That's what happens in the story. But it was good, but not great. Well, then I thought, well, Gemini got it. Hansel and Gretel with the stones. It's the only thing that got it right. So I asked, let's go back to the beginning. So I asked it, draw in the style of a classic vintage children's story, a cat, a hen, and a little baby ugly gray swan with messy feathers in a charming cottage. Well, the hen is doing its thing with a worm and not really making fun. Well, I didn't ask them to look or make fun. So please make the baby swan a little smaller and a little more gray with messier feathers messy feathers, and have the hen and the cat looking at the swan. Well, did a very good job. It's not really as messy and dark, and so I said, "This is quite good. Make the swan a bit uglier with messier feathers and a darker gray, and quite a bit smaller." So it did this one. And again, for the purposes of the story and the purposes of the book, this could work. This was the first one that really, but boy, it gets it a lot better than Mid Journey. Like, that is not a cat and a hen with a small baby bird with messy feather, ugly gray swan. It's definitely so. That one would work, but I said, this is definitely getting better. Please make the baby swan even tinier with more she meant to say, and a little more gray with messier feathers. So anyway, and it did look how beautiful that is. This is getting even better. Please make the cat a little bit smaller. And then they live with an old woman, and I didn't want to throw that in there with I think I tried it in the early iterations with the Mid Journey, but I was getting it all wrong. And please make a charming old woman in the background. So it did it. And again, this one I downloaded it. That's the first one I think I downloaded. That's really good, but she looks a little tired and sleepy, kind of. This is great. Please give me an alternate of that. Excellent. They're looking at it. It's a hen and a cat, and this is about exactly the size I'm thinking of, and it's just messy enough that we could call it a quote ugly duckling, but it still looks. We can see that it might become something better later, which of course it does. Please give me one more with the old one, a little less sleepy looking, and there's that one. Well, I might end up going with that one. Now, come to think of it, that's the last one though. That's very good too. That's more classic. Maybe I can brighten up her eyes in Photoshop. Yeah, I could probably make her look a little more alert. Let's look at it larger. Oh, it doesn't look so bad. I could probably, she looks a little sad in that eye, but I bet if I just brighten up her face with Photoshop, that'll be enough. But look at that. That's that's the one. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah. And I'm quite sure I downloaded it. Thanks for watching.